new year comes a new you, and while you're planning your New Year's resolutions, you may want to think about your finances. Reassessing your monetary goals for 2023 now could help set things in motion for a prosperous year. Here to give us tips on how to start fresh financially in 2023 is Ernie Burns from Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors. Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Okay, so we were talking over the break some things that maybe people can go over before we get into the new year is reviewing your spending habits to see the damage you did this year and what to do in the coming year.
Actually look at a budget. Actually consider a budget for a lot of households that don't have budgets, right? So look at a budget and then look at those fixed costs and then also look at those variable costs every single month, those expenses. Your fixed expenses, your house, your rent or whatever it might be, but those variable expenses you don't count on and you always spend a little bit too much. So maybe get a budget in order.
I know it's always interesting to look at your account statements to see where your money is going and maybe say like, oh, I need to cut back on, eating dinner at restaurants or something like that. Move into the new year.
Yeah, and then the next thing, look at your debts. What type of debts do you have? And interest rates have been rising the whole year, right? Everybody's seen this, the fastest rise in history for the Federal Reserve. That means those loans are becoming more and more expensive. And if you're just paying the minimum on that credit card or the minimum on those loans, you're basically a bit walking backwards right now with inflation the way it is.
It's just a vicious cycle.
So reduce your debts.
Let's talk about that a little bit. When we go into the new year, should we prioritize savings or should we prioritize tackling the debt first?
Great question. A little bit of both, but I would actually focus a little bit more on eliminating the debt faster. You want to build up that 3 to 6 month holding period if something happened to your job. But in the same instance, you also want to make sure that if you have that already, that you actually had a budget. All right, tackle those expenses. I think it was about a month ago we were here and we talked about credit card debt's going to be over $1 trillion by the end of December. First time in history, over $1 trillion.
Thanks.
Pay off those high interest credit cards first. If you have 5 different cards, you're playing Russian roulette every month. Which card are you going to pay off first this month? Pay off the highest one and go down from there. Reducing those number of loans is very important.
Okay, that's a good point. Setting up a budget, people who don't know how to set up a spending budget, what is the best way? What is the first step in doing that?
Well, really look at what income do you have coming in, and also what are your household spending habits, and make sure you're actually getting on a budget for that purpose. And we can help you with that. So just give us a call.
Because it could be hard to do in a city like New Orleans when there's a lot of entertainment and places to be, places to go. Spending can get a little out of control sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Any help can be helpful. So if you don't have an advisor, what should you do?
Give us a call. You have questions, right? We'll set you up with a 15-minute phone call with a financial advisor. There's no obligation. But talk to an advisor, get those questions answered, and help us let you lead you in the right direction.
Figure out what your goals are and how to meet them and maybe get off on the right start for the new year.
That's it. It's never too late to get started on the right path, and the sooner you do, the faster you can get to your retirement goals.
Love to hear it. Anything else we need to know about how to start off financially healthy into the new year?
Make sure you sit down with an advisor to make sure that you actually have a income plan, a retirement plan, and a tax strategy plan for the future.
All right, Ernie Burns, thank you so much for being here. Good to